It's the last day of the month of March. It's been an interesting month, at least for me. I'm not sure what it's been like for you, but at least for me, it's been a month of highs and lows, crazy emotions, excitement, sadness, just a mixture of things. Considering how the world goes these days, we go to bed, we don't even know what to expect in the morning, right? And that's why I have been clinging a lot to the whole phrase of being a pilgrim of hope, because one thing is certain: we don't know what will happen tomorrow. We live in a lot of uncertainty, and this uncertainty, we cannot, within this uncertainty, right, we cannot boast and say, hey, I got this covered, my tomorrow will be like this. The most we have is hope, right? And that's why I believe so much in the whole pilgrim of hope mission. So March has come, March is gone. I had tough weeks in March, okay? There were work weeks in March that I felt like my brain was going to explode. I know that the past 7 years, within this month of March, this is the highest time that I have spent brain power thinking of my retirement, thinking of what life is when I stop working for other people, thinking of what my life will be in the next, 5 to 10 years maximum. That's my desire. If I can retire from 5 years from now, I'll be so grateful. But worst case scenario, let's make it 10 years. That's my desire. I wish I can, and I'm going to continuously work towards that. But the month of March has been a very introspective month for me. I had the opportunity to think, I don't know what happened this month, but for some reason, I thought a lot about my retirement. What is life after this going to be like? The way life is going fast, especially, I don't know if this is the same with people in other places, but this country we're living in, this country I live in, things go so fast that sometimes I feel like my head is spinning, right? And it could be as a result of the routine that surrounds the lives of most of the people who live in the American society, right? There's a lot of routine lifestyle, which means that, hey, if I know what my, if the Lord tells me that, hey, Solange, tomorrow you're going to be alive, and I think I can write down how my day will go. Okay, we know that planning is a good thing, as people say, but again, anything could happen within the day. But the fact that most of us, I know not everybody, we keep living the same thing over and over again, it could be boring, it could be exhausting, and I think that maybe that just took a toll on me this month, and I'm happy the month is coming to an end. I pray that as April begins, the energy will be different. I pray that again, I don't want the energy to be different in the sense that I don't want to stop thinking about my retirement. Okay, I don't want to. I would love to continuously have that thought, think of what my life will be when I stop working for other people, when I stop being an employee. What is the plan for me? And if this is something that you are personally not thinking about, please, it is such a good, it is, when you start thinking about it, it's going to give you a whole different perspective of life, right? If you have friends that are self-employed, friends who do not work for other people, friends who have established something that they can lean on and say that, hey, whether with a job or without a job, they can still survive and live a happy life. Talk to those people and find out what they are doing. I wouldn't lie to you. You know, I know that sometimes I talk as if I'm like, what, 50, but man, 40 is not a joke, right? I wish I could retire at this age, but unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. But if you're someone, you're 40 already, and even if you're younger than 40, take advantage of that. Because I started late does not mean that you should start late too, okay? Start thinking about your retirement. That is something that has been on my mind a lot this month of March. And my suspicion is that this contributed in the exhaustion I had this month. Like, I'm sure that for those people who watch my status, right, what we call the WhatsApp status, I'm sure I went on there a couple of times and I talked about how tired and how exhausted I felt. The last 2 weeks of this month have been exhausted. I don't know if that's even the right word. I wish there was another word to use. You know, excruciating is too hard, but I have felt so much tiredness within me. And it's not a kind of tiredness based on physical work, right? It is mental tiredness. Of course, I do work, which is expected that I could get exhausted sometimes, but I want to believe that I did not just start working in the month of March. Okay, so my conclusion has been that the one thing that came to mind a lot for me this month of March was what happens to life at retirement, right? What happens to social babes when I stop being an employee? What is the plan? And I have not figured it out yet. I have not. Of course, I'm doing what the American work system does, the 401k. Yep. And if you're not doing that, you should consider doing it. If you work for a US-based company, I don't know how it works out of the US, and you are not contributing into your 401k, please make sure that you do that. We all know that the markets are not the best today, but it is something, okay? Especially those of you who work in companies where they match your 401k. Let's say, and 401k, imagine that you are working in a company that you decide to put $200 every paycheck in your 401k, and your company is matching it 100%. It means that if you put $200 in your 401k, the company you're working for doubles it, so they're going to put 400. So you're making $200 extra. So it is, again, if you don't know about it, seek the experts, right? Go to Beyond Financial. Let me call out Sylvie. Those are people, talk to Lillian Binglo. Those are experts. They talk to people like that about financial stuff. But this thought about my retirement has taken a toll on me this month. And I pray that I come up with something really good. And let me know, what is your retirement plan? What are you thinking about? What happens when you stop working for the people you work for now? What happens if you lose your job? What happens if you cannot work anymore? What is your plan? Because as for me, my head the boss. I don't feel lie. Like I've been thinking about this thing so much this month of March that I'm still convinced that it contributed to how tired I felt this month. April is here. I wish you a great month of April, and let's see what it has. As I say, I am a pilgrim of hope. So my hope is that April will be a better month, and that as the year goes by, I will be able to come up with realistic plans around my retirement so that God be my helper. I can retire at 45, or worst case scenario, 50 if I have life. Okay. So yes, thanks again. I just thought of sharing this because who knows, there might be somebody out there who is not sure of what their retirement will look like. Maybe they're not making no plans, and maybe this my thought, this whole thing that has been bothering me the month of March is going to encourage you to start thinking of yours too. Okay. Stay blessed, and remember, I remain your one and only so babes. Okay. If you have any questions, please reach out to the experts. I am not a financial expert. I'm just here sharing my own wahala, my own thoughts, my own troubles. Okay. And I hope that it inspires you to think about your own retirement soon. Bye bye.